Hi guys, my name is Yash. I've been working with Leap Scholar for quite some time, and they said, "Hey Yash, why don't you make us some videos?" And I'm like,
You talking to me?
then they said, "Yes, you." So I figured out that I should perhaps make videos with all those guys who have come across my path and are working or have been educated abroad. So then I figured out that because I have done my engineering from VIT Pune, then I took 2 years drop for UPSC, and then did my MA from TIS. I have come across a lot of people from varied fields. Today I will be doing the first video of this series. We'll be interacting with my friends Anna and Vag. He's called Anna because in Pune, if you're from South, you get called Anna. South meaning South as whole. Both of them went to Germany for education. One of them works in Germany, other one works in Sweden. And it's quite an interesting video because I learned a lot of things that I didn't know earlier. I hope you enjoyed. Today we are going to talk about something really interesting, that is education in Germany. I have two friends. I'm assuming friends, yeah, who went to Germany for education. Actually, I'm quite surprised that they went for to do their masters because we really had a hard time during engineering. So we'll ask them where did they get this fantastic idea to do masters after our kind of engineering.
बहुत खराब फेल एकदम फेल
So today I have with me Vikram. Vikram is a CEO of some company. I don't care what company, but he's the CEO, and that is what matters. Vag on the other side works for a manufacturing firm, I'm assuming. Where do you work?
You post. Jeez, you're supposed to get your research done before you
अबे
start this video.
इतना तो बोल दे ये तो मैं एडिट कर
But
दूंगा बोल
Acha, I am production in charge in a manufacturing company, and at the same time, I am a process engineer. I take care that the process runs
So
smoothly.
you genuinely do engineering work?
Yeah.
perhaps the one amongst us who actually does what we study.
Damn.
One stark difference that I noticed was how updated the content was.
Oh,
How the
content is
references
updated?
that we were in Germany.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
We are still doing CAD CAM and we're still doing some of that stuff here.
हाँ मतलब we are using a good example is in one of the electives that we chose or I chose. We had this we had to use a simulation software. Siemens का था, and those guys were building it. I think they were at the beta version of the software, but the university had already employed it. They had these training licenses, and it was part of our
Damn.
curriculum. And
Oh.
come to think of it, India, I don't know what
No, I
CAD
mean,
CAM, Ghisa Pita, something which no one uses, and
yeah.
I think the onus is on the university or on the board that you provide the content which is real time, which is relevant today, and not something which is 40 years
Yeah.
old.
Exactly. I mean, 40
I
years
mean,
old, not because the syllabus is updated every 10 years. For example, in engineering books or when we studied under University of Pune, it was every 10 years because technology is moving so fast right now. What was
Yeah.
relevant 10 years ago, the point is, I would like what I believe Ted is saying also, I agree with it, is also what you're studying, you can see its application in real life and it translates into theory and practical knowledge that you can use right now in the job market, and that's going to increase your chances to go into it.
Oh,
Did you
that
say
makes sense.
that's like a good summary of what you were saying?
to
That
sum
makes
it
sense.
up, this is exactly what happened with a batchmate of mine, that we learned this tool during our masters, and 2 months later he was using that tool on his full-time job.
Fantastic. No,
And
for Indians, I can assure you, whatever you need to learn in terms of tools that they use in the industry, you have to apply for an internship, go there and then learn and then come back. Like everything is on you. Anything you need to
exactly.
learn industry specific.
So in university in India, if you are studying, and in university in Germany, the stark difference is like in Germany, people babysit you. There is no attendance sheets. There is no pay attention. Don't talk in the class. don't pay this thing. If you want to come. If you want to be, like, they are treated as adults, whether it's bachelor
Oh,
level or master's level. How much of your interest you want to see, if you want to attend the lectures or not. But it's pretty stupid to pay significant amount of money, time, resources, and then not and go there to study and not attend the classes.
true,
No
true,
one's gonna babysit you.
true. I mean, India attendance is extremely important, and both during my bachelor's and master's, I faced massive attendance issues.
One more thing I wanted to add was also like the university structure. We have, like, let's say, a 4 year structured program in India in generally, that, or 4 year bachelor's or 2 year masters, and then it's very structured. You do these subjects in this semester and these in this. What you do get in Germany, at least at our universities, you have 120 credits. Like, call it like you
Yeah, yeah.
have
We also have
20.
it in some of the universities. Yeah, yeah.
So they are not going to sit and babysit you. Take this and this and this and this in this
Also,
particular
you
semester.
can choose
You can choose
when you
however
want
you
to
want.
do what.
Do it in
So
2 years.
depending on
You can choose your electives. So that was also like, suddenly we were at a bowling alley and the guardrails were off, and then we are going in for the first year and year and a half. I'm like, I feel like taking 3 subjects this year. In reality, to be on course. So the sudden freedom was like, whoa, I can do whatever. Yes, but I need to finish a course also at some point.
um,
So these are the things that the discipline from the outside stops coming in, and you have to learn your own self discipline if you want to
Uh,
stay.
mm,
So it's a lot about taking the control away from institutions and giving it to the individual.
what?
Yes, I'd like to add one more thing that is like a stark difference, if I may.
Yes, yes, yes.
So one of the strong differences is, like, let's say we are studying engineering subjects, DME or something very technical. Let's call it DME. What was design of machine intelligence?
Yes.
So in India, the system is focused on rote learning.
Of
Okay,
course.
you're the formulas. It's you have a calculator. You are going there and you're like trying to just get the bare minimum because you have so many
Correct.
things stuck in your head. Take a alternative approach to Germany. We move over. We had a subject called CFD, computational fluid
Yeah,
dynamics,
yeah.
and you
I
know
knew you would bring that up.
because this was the biggest difference for me. You can go into the exam with as much study material, as many books, cheats, notes, whatever you want, because it's pretty simple. The examination is not built to test your memory, it is built
Oh,
to test your understanding. And if you go in with all the books, even within the 2 or 3 hour test time frame, if you don't understand it, you are unable to figure it out in that 3 hour window. If you haven't
true.
understood it in the 6 months, you're not going to understand it. And that was a significantly better system. You're not putting random things in your head, but you actually focus on understanding what it is that you're expected to learn. And that's a significantly different approach. For the first time, we are like, wow, there is not crap in my head, but I actually maybe understand what is going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, to
And the whole hangover from this Indian learning system that I remember going to that exam and I'm carrying this much of the notes and photocopies and textbooks. Ki yaar, I'm not going to leave any stone unturned. And you sit in the exam, you really don't have time to go through any of it. You are really trying to just
No, but it's
finish
in
your
this
paper.
reference this, and it's in this part I need to reference this, and this formula is under this subsection. Only then it's useful. If you go in just like that, you're not gonna make it out.
so, so basically, you can't go in and let me see where is the formula. Like that
No,
attitude will not work at all.
no,
Now
no.
coming down to something that is close to Anna and my heart, vivas. Do you guys have viva in Germany,
Yes.
or are
Yes, we
they
do.
as insane as we had in India?
So
They are
I remember at my during one of the vivas that uh, they weren't as many, but the ones that I faced, you have a strike system. You have strike one, strike two, strike three, you're out.
yeah.
So there would be 3 to 4 people sitting at the same time, and they would drop a question at you, and then you would go answer it. If you can't or give the correct answer, that's strike one. The question gets passed on to the next guy, and they would say about 4 to 5 questions per person.
Oh,
And
so it is quite streamlined. It is not based on mood. That oh,
No,
I don't
not
like this candidate. fling him out.
Not not
No,
really. In fact, I remember यही I think gas dynamics का vibe था, and that lady felt that this guy is really not comfortable. So she's just to make me feel comfortable, she was like, अच्छा ठीक है, answer this, answer that. She gave some really obvious questions to make me feel कि अच्छा ठीक है, यार, I could handle this.
Oh, how nice, how nice. No, no, because Indian Viva is that, for example, we are sitting three of us, and if the first guy says something, they will ask the other guy what he's saying. Is
Correct or not? Yeah.
yeah, and then at that level, you are comprehending that human being, his abilities, that question, like everything has to be added up, and you're like, does he know the answer? Can this person answer this question? Like, you're more trying to judge the human being than the question, because you're like, oh my god, let me check. Oh,
I think
fantastic.
this is also good. I think one more difference was also it's not really technical, but when we were doing our bachelor engineering vivas, it was more like perception matters a lot. So you have to go up in a formal shirt,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to like dress formally and go there and be what is perceived as respectful in India. But in Germany, it was like you show up in a t-shirt, you show up in jeans. They are also dressed. It's more relaxed. The focus is not you're not being judged on anything besides your knowledge. So if you're wearing shorts, flip flops, clothes, this is also perception difference. I showed up at my first Viva fully dressed tip top, and they're like, "Why are you wearing a
Like
shirt?"
an Indian, like a true Indian, ऐसा tie to पहन के formal shoes.
Never ever had my like co-students seen me wear a iron shirt. And they're like, "Why are you so dressed up for?" And I'm like, "Well, they might fail me for not wearing formal clothes." They're like, "Nope, it doesn't work like this out here."
Oh, okay, okay.